And we're back live on Chicano Tube. Don't forget to hit that like if you're trickling in right now. If you're listening on the replay as well, don't forget to hit that like button. Do your boy that big three. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, and then hit the bell. And when you hit the bell, you got to hit the all button. That way you're notified every single time that I go live. It's the weekend wrap-up. It's a Sunday night show. I know you guys love this show. We're going to go ahead and get into a live reaction. And you know what? This live reaction is also going to be a live invitation to have a discussion about what we're going to be talking about tonight. So I think you guys are going to be interested and intrigued by the conversation. It's the latest. So hit that like, hit that subscribe. Let me go ahead and get the chat up. That way I can go ahead and see the chat and I can see what the people are talking about. So let me go ahead and get that up there. The weekend wrap up live on Chicano Tube. Shoot, I want to give a shout out to a Chicano channel. We just had a Chicano channel hit 100,000 subscribers. Man, I was happy when I saw that news right there. A shout out to my boy. I'm going to give it to him right now. We're going to go through the formalities. We can't skip those. Let's go through the formalities before we get to anything else, right? The shit that affects me and you every day in the life shit. And also the latest news circulating around your favorite YouTubers, trending news, etc. We'll get to it right now. All right, let me get that chat button up. Give me a segundo, gente. You already know the drill. It's nothing new. All right, and we'll talk about it right now. And I'm going to open up the phone lines. So I want to get your opinion as soon as we get into it. Any one of these topics. Any one of these topics. Perfect. There it is. I appreciate you. Shortes in the casa. What is up, familia? Shit, aquí estamos, güey. Aquí estamos, Chicanos. Chicanos Unidos. We should name that one. Chicanos Unidos. Not name it, but hey, we can have our own palabras for donde estamos. Donde nos trajeron nuestros papás. Los Chicanos Unidos. Matter of fact, this month right here is Mexican Heritage Month. So, ¿qué hubole? So, shout out to everyone that tiene raíces mexicanas, because this is the month right here. This is the month where you should start seeing fall designs come out. And those colores that you see like in beautiful Mexico. I just went to date night last weekend. Spencer, you guys, I got a bad memory. And my wife knows this too. I think, I think something happened last week. And my honey's like, honey, that was last month. I think something happened last month. And then my beautiful, smoking, sexy, hot wife, she said, honey, that was last year. My memory, right? I still got my facilities. No se preocupen. Tapping in Cardenal San Whole Lifer. I appreciate you. Big Puppets in the casa. Scotty Crippen just came in. Bandana Dragon down the street. I appreciate you. You see Did I see Boxer's Inside Interviews? I definitely did. That interview hit 1 million right away. I don't know if you knew this, Scotty Crippen, but I had an event set up where I had that individual scheduled to fight in the main event. Man, that was going to be a banger, right? And then the event fell through, even though I know 100% that the fucking event was sabotaged. Yes, sabotaged by someone on YouTube that pretty much everyone has just turned their back on and is on YouTube Leper Island. And it is what it is. But that would have been a great fight. And matter of fact, Scotty Crippen, people don't remember this. When he was in training camp for that fight, he hit the bag so hard, Scotty Crippen, boom. I mean, he hit that bag so hard, boom. The heavy bag fell off the chain. Bah! On one video. No shit. Am I lying? Who remembers when Big Box hit the bag so hard, boom, and that the bag fell to the ground? Saz. I remember. Anyways, we haven't even got to the formalities, but I'm gonna start getting more in the comments section, man. I feel I'm slipping on a lot of the comments, so I'll get to those though. Let's get to the formalities. All the day oneers, I appreciate you. The members only, the backbone of the community. What's the members only? Everyone always asks me or DMs me. Hit me up on IG if you want to connect on IG. That's Chicano Tube. And the members only, the grimy, the gritty stories, the ones that probably would, push a bunch of numbers and get likes and comments, or they really, really would. And I put those on the members only. So I actually did a double header on the members only last week. I think it was on Friday. My members know I got Foom 209 in the casa right now. He knows right there. I dropped one. It was a crazy story, you guys, that I remember during my last live. O sea, with you guys, I think it was on, no, not Friday's live, Wednesday's live, right? And it was a crazy story of just 3 friends that went out to do a 211 and it turned into a 187. So that one and then a removal. Okay, some people's favorite topics. That one I dropped 2 on Friday in the members only. So the gritty and the grimy to the members, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to everyone that's in the comment section. G Sierra, saludando a todo in the comment section. I appreciate you, amiga. One of the original Chicano Tube ladies right there. Show some respect. Smash that like button. She says, of course, amiga. Shortes in the casa. That's what's up. Let's go ahead and keep it pushing. I want to give congratulations. We had a YouTuber hit 100,000 subscribers, Chicano YouTuber, and of course, shout out to him. So I want to give a huge congratulations on YouTube Landia to Tony A. Tony Vision is the name of the channel, also known as AKA Rhodium Radio, hitting 100K subscribers. Man, ain't that something? That's a mile marker right there. So the YouTube, I believe, what does YouTube do? Do they send a plaque? YouTube sends a plaque. It does something like that. I want to send mine over there to Tony A., the whole team, and to Rhodium Radio for hitting 100K subscribers, man. Keep pushing that message. It's a fucking grind, you guys. This podcast thing, it looks, does it? I don't know, not to me, but does it look glamorous or does it look like something like, people aspire to do or something like that? Me, I already had the studio, of course, the wifey. The wifey's had studios for years. She just let go of one 6 years on Cannery Row in Monterey. So we've had studios already for years. This is just something to get into to push the message, really, which we're going to talk about tonight, of course. I don't want to digress. We're going to talk about a reaction to something that Raskeezy actually dropped the video on that he said it blew him away. No, this blew me away. When I found this out, this is corroborated, and I reached out to Sonny as well. I reached out to Sonny from The Streets Ain't Loyal. Shout out to Sonny. Shout out to The Streets Ain't Loyal. Everyone, all the channels involved, right? This is just reporting. This ain't no taking direct shots at anyone, no matter what anyone thinks. If people are open to have a conversation, I'm here for it. Let's have that conversation. That's what we're going to be talking about tonight. Hold on, I'm getting there, cabrones. Okay, I'm getting there. That's what's up. Scotty Crippen, he said, man. Shortes in the casa says, Foom, sir. I appreciate you. Gracias. Yeah, were you on D&D? I was on D&D live earlier. I think like in the middle of the day. I think he went live like about 2. Was it 12 or 2 o'clock? I jumped in right there with Being Loc. I'm going to be going over there to D&D. We'll try to figure it out maybe how to cross stream that we can have, Chicano Tube going. And then if we can also have D&D going, maybe kicking it with Being Loc. Have all the channels going. That's going to be coming real soon this month, which is September, which a lot of people are calling Mexican Heritage Month. That reminds me of something. Maybe we should start it off like this. Before we get into the meat and potatoes, which is my reaction to an incident that happened. Oh, my gosh. I can't even believe this. YA mentalities. YA mentalities. I'm going to let you know, actually, the first time also that I heard that word. Of course, it was in the county. YA mentalities. Oh, my gosh. That's a crazy one. Is Mexican Heritage Month. So I feel like I'm going to put this out there one more time to the people because it's a hot conversation happening right now across YouTube. Do you think we should do away 100% with stereotypes that knock us down altogether? Or some people say, you know what, those stereotypes are actually something that you're lighten up. Okay, we're joking around. We're saying this, we're saying that, but it's about the raza. But it's about the people. It's about the brown people. So that's what I want the people to drop in the comment section. What did you think of the last video that I dropped? Someone has said, of course, we were talking about AC's latest reclamo last time. And they said, you know what, the word torta, it offends people. And I said, well, what about calling someone a paisa? That's not the same thing? I mean, we can go on and on. This is toward the brown people. Are we doing away altogether with stereotypes? And if that is so, and if that should be done, then it's time to plant the flag on that and stop diddly-daddling when people are, saying these words and laughing or not? Or is it something we'll never get on the same page on? As much as we fucking toil and try to get on the same page, or is it something that's just not going to happen? Open it up that way before we get into what we're going to get into. That's right, Chapo Loco, I said mine. That's right, GMZ's in the casa, says Coco Loco, órale, open up bindles. ¿Qué hubo contigo, güey, GMZ? I was trying to see the avatar, but man, I got to really zoom in on that avatar. It looked like a ride. Old school boxing with Sergio. That's right, Burning Man is crazy. Yeah, the Burning Man Festival is crazy. It got flooded, inundated. Right now, even the weather is in Vegas. Who's out in Vegas? You know what I mean? There's flood watches in Vegas going on where you can't even go down the sidewalk. They got motherfuckers walking in 4 feet water in Vegas right now. Shout out to my people in Vegas. Be safe. Someone could maybe jump in the comment section and correct me if I'm wrong, but again, with that Burning Man Festival, I'm a huge, huge, huge house music junkie. Huge, man. A lot of people don't know house music was part of the sound back in the 90s. That was part of the sound. You know what I mean? You had Robin S., Show Me Love, club banger. You got to show me love. That was a club banger. That was banging in everyone's garages at the same time. Death Row Records at the same time. Every other sound was banging in the 90s, right? You guys know I do the 90s party line, right? It's my favorite decade of music, even though some people get it twisted, right? That's this kind of... Yeah, it's all 90s music. It's all 90s music. My favorite decade of music, period. But when I'm around the house, to be honest with you, R&B. I play a lot of R&B around the house. Spanish, too. I play a lot of Spanish. Speaking of Spanish, I'm glad I just remembered. I don't got the chat up over here. Speaking of Spanish, so it's Mexican Heritage Month, and we got the Independencia coming up in a couple weeks. I'm going to do a special Sábado Sensacional de Independencia. I'm going to do a special mix. I don't know what I'm going to title it. I'm just bullshitting now. But I'm not bullshitting that I'm going to do it. So Saturday, I'm going to do a special one for the Spanish speakers. I mean, this one's going to go hard. You're going to want to record it. Of course, I'm going to leave the mix up. Of course, I don't monetize those, right? And then do what I got to do with YouTube. Sometimes they get mad at certain songs. I got to go and trim, remove, and all that BS, right? But I'm going to do something on Saturday, so trip out on that. Me voy a poner un pinche pancho. Me voy a poner el sombrero. Un sombrero de mi papá. So that'll be on Saturday. And I'm thinking, you know what? These lives also, you guys, I'm going to do them at 9 p.m. and not the 7 p.m. time. You know what I mean? Going to give more time for the familia or more time to go out and about and do what we got to do before 7 p.m. Plus more people are situated at 9 p.m. So I think I'm going to try that also with the Platica Lives is move all of them into 9 p.m., right? But anyways, it is September is Mexican Heritage Month. And let's go ahead and get into it right now. Here it is. Well, you know what? Before we start with the AC incident, before we start with that incident right there, on what you probably seen in the last short I dropped, YA mentalities. When you leave off, and the last thing you ever had was a YA education, and again, educate that I'm talking street IQ. It's not the education that you need to achieve success in life. No, what you need to achieve success in life, they probably teach you by the 9th grade. In this educational system, I think by the 9th grade, you should have basic, motor skills to succeed in life and communication skills and written skills. Life skills, they don't. I would revamp this whole fucking school system to teach them about doing taxes, to teach them about doing more extracurricular things before they graduate to level them up more. But anyways, I'm digressing. Let's go ahead and get into what the title of this is about, and everyone wants to know a video that Rascal dropped. Was it yesterday? I already watched it 2 times. So shout out to Rascal Reacts and shout out to the homie Hangout. Go ahead and subscribe over to those 2 channels. He dropped a video that there was a recent movie premiere. This fucking guy, man. This guy. Oh man, and I laugh again. This is an invitation to have an open dialogue conversation, and let's talk about it. There was a recent movie premiere that, of course, was invitation only, right? Because it's a premiere. You're not gonna see. You're not gonna watch the movie before it comes out unless you're invited. So they especially invite people in the community, people that are inside of a certain industry, right? Because they want people to be able to also have a social media presence, or actors, or anyone that has any kind of influence. These are the people that get invited to these events, right? Sonny from Streets Ain't Loyal was one of them. Now, another channel, also, I won't name. I think for particular reasons, I'm just going to go ahead and not name it. I've named it in the past, but I think people are going to know when I say this. Someone that Sonny from A Streets Ain't Loyal sat at the same table for 1 year and did a podcast with was also there with his entourage. So it's a movie premiere. It's a public event. It might be what they call a red carpet event. It might be a red carpet gala, right? Where, again, influential people are going to be there for the sake of the movie and to push the movie, especially when it has, that small business kind of, what it's called, directing, publishing. O sea, it's like a small business. You want to be able to help out, right? It might not be a high-level production. It might not be the Hollywood level production, but it's a production nonetheless. People are getting paid, and we should be able to support small businesses and small films. Well, next thing you know, again, this blew me away when I heard this, and I said, what in the world? Sonny's turned around, and he's talking to somebody else, and from behind, I'm going to be careful. I'm going to watch my words. Orale gnarly vato. I send mine to you. He says, show us the tat. It looks clean. I'm doing a lot of cover-ups. So there's nothing new. The ones that I'm covering up are old. Yeah, these are from the 90s. So all these viejas are going to be gone. And this, I'm going to black this whole thing out like Skip. I'm going to go in like Skip on that one. And so, and this one is here. It's going to be a USA flag going down, but it has the Mexican. I put the Mexican symbol, El Águila, in the middle. So, anyways, I appreciate you. Appreciate you, my boy. Hold on a second. All right. I don't want to miss too many comments, man. Saludos, Miss Diaz. That's right. Spider-Man, I appreciate you. Miss Chicano Tube is in the casa. That's right. Beautiful, smoking, sexy, hot wife. Sonny is facing away and gets shoved from behind. Boom! Are you kidding me? Could you imagine, you know what I mean, at the ages that we are, we're supposed to be at a certain maturity level, right? You would think that, right? Unless if you've been wired the same way and have been, stuck and going in the same gear since how long, or made a career out of whatever you made a career, I respect it. But the name of the game is elevation. The name of the game is maturing and leveling up. So I can't imagine Sonny at this event all of a sudden just gets shoved and pushed from behind. Okay, so that was just to begin with, right? Of course, then he has to turn around, and he turns around and he sees who it is, and it says, it's this guy. It's it. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put myself in the other person's shoes as well. I guess maybe right now I'm talking from Sonny, from A Streets Ain't Loyal's point of view, on this pinchy altercation that blew my mind away. We could be here all night talking about this. As a matter of fact, I'm going to open up the phone lines, now that I just remembered. And I want you guys to tell me what you think as I try to give what occurred. And it just blows me away. So Sonny gets shoved. Boom! And I reached out to Sonny. And he reached back out to me. He turns around, locks eyes with this guy. Words are exchanged. And it just seems like, what do you do at that point? You know what I mean? What do you do at that point? You get shoved from behind. Your instinct is automatically protection, my family. Like, that's the first thing. As a father, I mean, I'm only speaking for myself. As a father, if something like that were to happen to me, the first thing that I'm thinking is my family. I'm just wired that way now. Back in the day, maybe when I was a teenager, the first thing I was thinking was maybe something else. You know, it's crazy. I mean, back then it was crazy, right? Like I haven't even dropped that in the members only, but right, getting shot and then waking up in the hospital room, right? This is different mentality. This is what I'm saying. I said that to say this. Different mentalities. Back in the 90s, getting shot, waking up from unconscious state. The first thing that crosses my mind back then, revenge. That's a different mentality. Now look at where I'm at. 42 years old. God is good. God is blessed. I've been given another pinchy opportunity, which I don't deserve for shit. I got another opportunity to prove the naysayer wrongs, all these district attorneys and everyone else. And now I'm in the community, and now they just see me now because I'm Chamber of Commerce member and donate and volunteer and donate, always to charity, and all over town now they know me as the positive. But anyways, now my reflex would be my family. Boom, Sonny gets shoved. He turns around. I'm being all dramatic, huh? Pinchy movements and everything, huh? Maybe hit some sound effects, huh? And then bullets flew. I'm just kidding. Supposed to laugh at that. But anyways, Sonny gets shoved. Boom. He turns around. And the guy already wants to knuckle up. This is crazy. No. So remember I said I put myself in the other dude's shoes? I do. I look at it from two different sides. The other dude. The other individual. What's he coming into this whole pleito for? What's his whole pedo? Well, his whole pedo is online videos. That's his whole pedo. That's the whole get down. That's the whole reason this aggression reached this level is because online videos. Really? Is that as mature as we are? Can someone really affect your world, move your mountain by a video they drop? Now, of course, I know what you guys are saying. Well, Mike, you can get serious and Savage Studios, rest in peace and all that. Yeah, but Savage Studios, was just leading shit on. Because he seemed like, as far as I knew, that dude Savage Studios was also like a YA baby. That means he hit the pin back in the 90s when they would send you to the pin at 16. So he's one of those, and then he got out late and just started being kept on being froggy. I guess that's great that we're including Savage Studios in this conversation because it's the same shit that we're talking about here, YA mentalities. Foom 209, that's right, my boy. Miss Chicano Tube shouts out Denise. Of course, Denise Castillo is in the casa. Queens, they got Queens in the comment section. That's right. Chicano 2 Queens in the house. That's right. April L says, ha ha. Oh, he's talking about they're laughing. Supposed to laugh. If you guys aren't going to laugh, I got it. You know what I mean? But anyways, again, they lock eyes. Next thing you know, knuckles are being knuckled up. So again, I put myself in the other guy's shoes because of videos that he said, well, Holmes this, well, Holmes that. Wait a second. First of all, well, Holmes this and well, Holmes that and homeboy. I'm not knocking into anyone that talks like that, but hold on a second, okay? Not always Holmes and homeboy, okay? I'm a family man. I'm a businessman. Let's talk correctly. Let's get this right, okay? This situation, yes, there was online videos made, but to take violence, well, I don't even know if I should say that, but take aggression to a public place, that there's a movie premiere happening. People are here with their families, their beloved husbands and wives. The energy is high in the room. They're trying to promote a movie, and the first thing that comes to your mind is getting off. Getting off. That's what comes to your mind. Shoving, knuckling up, a punch thrown. And then pepper spray comes out. And then we have entourage people yipping and yapping. Oh, so we don't just got one individual with YA mentality. We got the other boys. Let's get off, huh? Let's get off. I mean, really, come on, man. We're supposed to be in our 40s. We're supposed to, this is what I learned, okay? after I started joining a boxing gym and became a boxing coach, I remember when my kids were going to get in incidents. And I'm like, we could avoid all these incidents in front of the supervisors. We can avoid all these incidents in front of them getting suspended. They don't get to graduate. They don't get to walk the line by coming over, bringing the family, of course, parents. Get the parents involved. Maybe the parents can defuse it before it even has to get there by saying, how dumb is this? They got some kind of ego trip at school, or you dated my boyfriend or my girl, whatever the hell the story is. Well, you know what? How about we take it down to 285 East Alisal? I call up Coach Fish. I call up Coach Danny. We could put the gloves on, and believe me, you can throw until you don't want to throw anymore. You can throw all you want to throw right here. And in the end, at least you come out with respect. But in a public setting, getting off like that, that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing as hell. Is that something that the people are going to, is that someone that the people are going to want? What's going to happen to this individual's, just his if he wants to continue to be a public figure, career? Well, he punched someone over here at this movie premiere. Well, he pepper sprayed someone over there. And then there was a park incident, you know what I mean? They were doing a community fundraiser for the church, and they jumped on someone. And we got pictures of him with 5 guys throwing Nike Cortez boots at someone's head. This is what's going to keep happening with YA mentalities until you can check it. The first time I ever heard that word, YA mentality, was here in the county. There was a youngster. I heard this story. For some reason, they put him like in C wing, which was like really like the I think it was like the green jumpsuits, like the medium. One of the people that had like dope cases or drug court. It was drug court and drunks. Dispensa. Drug court and drunks. And it was a youngster. And for some reason, he backhanded someone that sat at a table. Bah! For whatever the reason was. He backhanded someone that sat at that table to eat. Bah! And the dude, the OA, his name was Diablo. I know him, older dude from the streets, silliness. And he shot a kite up, and that kite said, these youngsters that are coming with these YA mentalities need to be addressed. This is coming from an OG. This is a vet there right here. Someone highly respected is not going to play that. And he's also not going to play driving around homes, homeboy, getting ready to get off. And we're in our 40s. I can't even believe I said that, man. Because what I'm saying is this. You're supposed to be clechad up and have education. You're taking pictures with, Sonny. Era gacho, pinche Sonny. He's the one that said, with senior citizens, or pinche Sonny, man. So all these people condone the same thing. They promote the same thing. Yeah, Holmes, we're 60, 65. Sometimes we just got to get off. Is that right? Low-level shit. Low-level shit. The other individual said that word. I guess I'll say it. I guess I'll say it as well now. Low-level shit. So the thing gets defused. Sonny goes back inside just to find a restroom to wash pepper spray. And inside Sonny's head, he's shocked. He's thinking, what the fuck did this dude do? Sonny has had all kinds of things happen to him in his life. He said it himself. He has holes all over his body. Pinchy Sonny. And those holes, again, are 90 shit, 80 shit. So pepper spray, just add one more to the list, or he's already probably had that, right? The O2 can. Over here, they used to spray the shit out of the room, especially in the juvenile. And then there was bad in the old one. Now they got a new one. There was bad ventilation in the old one. You'd be choking up. Even if there was a fight in the next unit, those odors are going to come down. They'll open all the windows. It was an old one, man. Actually, the old juvenile hall looked like CTF. It looked like the old CTF Soledad, like a castle. That's right, Gnarly Vato. I did 2 years, 10 months straight, first time ever YA. Okay, since you mentioned that, I'll mention this. I had 9 years YA suspension when I turned 18. That's all I ever got close to, those two numbers being on my whatever juvenile number was back then. So that's the only thing I ever got close to that is 9 years suspended. When I thought I was going to get the 9, I kid you not, I remember I got a visit from moms, and I was like, "Ama," I'm talking to moms in Spanish, right? Moms, she don't speak English, you know what I mean? Le dije, "Ama, ya, esta vez no me van a mandar aquí cerca a the boot camp," or there was another boot camp in Ben Lomond or Aptos called Camp something, whatever. I said, "Aquí o Santa Cruz, me van a mandar." This is what I told my mom. I don't want to freak her out. I don't want to tell her, "Oh, you know, the institution for juveniles," or especially call it prison or anything like that. I was not going to call that. You know, I'm thinking of mom sleeping at night. So I said, "Ama, a lo mejor me van a mandar a Sacramento." I told her something like that because I figure at least tell moms it wasn't that serious, which I didn't give a shit anyways, man. The guys were coming back from YA with black eyes and, to the juvenile, plus half of the group already took off the YA, man. Half of my buddies. You know, for years already. They had already been coming out of there. So I just told her Sacramento. I don't know why I said that to mom. Maybe I was thinking of not saying it, but just saying they're taking me to a program, maybe like the one they had me at, but now in Sacramento. You know, not putting 2 on the 10. You know what I mean? Ron Garcia, all I can say is Sonny is really good people. He's got a big heart. Yeah, let's get back to that. Wow, what a crazy situation, man. So again, I put myself in both people's shoes. Sonny had to react. Forced to react, protect his family. That's the instinct supposed to be at this age. You do 10 videos about me, and I know people could say words that are gacho sauce. Call you this, call you that. Post your paperwork, or if you have bad paperwork, everyone better check in with OG, triple OG to see if you're clear. Post your paperwork, post your address, whatever. I understand all that shit that can be done on the internet, right? I guess that really affects people that are trying to hide. Maybe people that can't show their face. I mean, and it is what it is, right? Si cae el chaquetón, right? To us that are out and about trying to make a difference in the community, how the fuck can we make a difference in the community if we can't be seen? I mean, do I got to keep it more real than that? Excuse my language, how can we make a difference in the community if we can't be seen? You can't be for the people if you can't even be seen. Pendejo, and he knows who I'm talking to. The vato that owes $30K in child support. Real quick before we get back to AC, man. So shout out to EBK and Evelyn. I believe her name is Evelyn Falcon, 925 Rucas as well. I've seen other people reacting. If you guys remember, I posted a video of hers last year under the last brand when she was giving the definition of the word Chicano. She was giving the definition of the word Chicano. And it riled people up. You know what I mean? Sonny was actually even corroborated that. He liked that video. We had talked about it in the later video that we did. And so, yeah, that video was funny because it's true. To the men out there, man. You know, we got to show respect. You say professionalism on one hand, and the other hand, you're talking about your shit. Your genitals. I don't know. I'm really careful when I say that, man. I don't play sex play at all, gente. I just don't, man. When people start bullshitting and that's I can't jump on certain lives because of that. I'm sorry. And to burst people, I'm not sorry to anyone, but I mean, it is what it is. But I can't jump on anyone's live when they're talking about genitals, his genitals, his genitals, the way I smashed her, smashed him. What about that torta? What about this and that? I would fucking feel like I'm trying to be back in my 20s at a bar if I did that. So I can't get down like that. So I don't play like that. And you'll never see it here. But anyways, let's go back to the AC incident. Chime on in. You want to give me a call, 831-205-1735. Maybe AC's even watching right now. Maybe AC's talking. Maybe he's thinking, this fucking guy. Da, da. Maybe AC wants to get off on me. Maybe he wants to get off. This fucking guy did a video. Da, 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 and he wants to throw a swing at me. Wow. That's unfortunate, man. That we can't have a conversation. And it's unfortunate you get into an area. Yeah, you don't have to like the cat. But sticks and stones will break my bones. And words will never hurt me. Oh, you dropped a video about me. You can drop 10 videos about me. It's not going to move my mountain. I'll never do what the other pendejo does, turn off my comments and shit like that. Maybe it was merited. Unless I'm being lied on, unless I'm completely being lied on, like I've been, but unless I'm, being lied on, then, the truth doesn't mind to be challenged. The truth, I love that one meme that says, the good thing about telling the truth is you don't have to remember what you said. Sas. Let that one sink in. The good thing about telling the truth is you don't have to remember what you said. I'm going to go ahead and keep it moving. I'm not making this whole video about that, but I did want to react to that situation because it's an embarrassing situation for one individual. On the other hand, Sonny did what he had to do. That's how it sounds like. He did what he had to do in a public setting. You want this to be as minimum as possible. You walk up banging on me. Basically, that's what happened. And believe me, and by no way, shape, or form does Sonny have any kind of back down in him. No backsteps. Sonny, and that might not be for your own good, Sonny, but you don't have any backstep in you. And I put myself in your shoes. Wow, did this guy really do that? First thing I'm doing is I'm getting my family the fuck out of here. Valet. Valet. Cállate pa' acá. Bring that car up, okay? And then I'm probably going to put something out to the public and be like, check this out. Wrong place, wrong time. If you don't understand that because you're in the YA mentality to know what I mean. That this is the wrong place and this is the wrong time for you to do this. And I put an invitation out there. I'll put it here. 285 East Dallasau Street. 285 East Dallasau. Come on down. I'll have my gloves on. I'll be warmed up and ready to go. If it has to get to that. See, that's the sad part about it. If it has to get to that, gente. Us. Supposed to be the generation that the real OGs are coming out of. The real ones, meaning not trying to put the youngsters on the streets, but trying to take the youngsters off the streets. That's what I mean as a real OG. I guess now they just put the label on the can and they can call anyone, right? Now in the county, last time I passed through there, everyone was getting called OG. OG, OG, OG. Yeah, but when I was back in the 90s, you couldn't just say that to anyone. They don't understand that. That went over their head. Spider-Man says, in CIA in the 80s, there were treacherous times. He just reminded me about Rick Riley. Rest in peace to Sundown. I don't know if he passed through there. It's funny because Box even says this too. He said this. This is Box when you talk about YA, right? Hey, Box, because there's actually that's a very interesting chapter. People want to know, and he just hit the Insider. The Insider fucking interview just hit 2 million. Maybe it's at 3 million by the time I'm speaking right now. But Box would say this. He would say, no, it would say something like that. Man, that don't count. Am I lying, or has anyone heard that? Because, I've heard that. I've heard him say that. Man, that don't count, which is the juvenile thing. And what's sad is that Avato stays in that mentality. Again, the first time I heard that was in the county. It was a youngster, and he backhanded someone. And the OA, he shot the Huila, who he had to shoot the Huila with. And I remember, of course, if it was, as it was circulated around, that the youngster just backhanded and slapped the guy for sitting at his table. Ta! Like that. Man.
Why don't you get lost? Go ahead, snatch your purse. Come on, take a fucking walk.
I guess that's what he told him. But anyways, yes, R.I.P. Sundown. That's right, Rascal Reacts is in the Casa. Foom, Spider, Sonny is a good man. Yes. So this is what we're talking about. It's a very unfortunate that, and we already kind of moved on, but now I'm going back. It's very unfortunate that I had to go there for us. The age that we're at, we're supposed to mature, level up. Instead, it's like I get out the car and apparently everyone that I'm rolling with is also ready to get off. We got the game twisted, gente. We got the game twisted. Because what this is going to do is lead to another event. Next thing you know, he socks someone at another event. Oh, and they were protesting over there, and then boom, punches were thrown. And then, it jumped someone in the backyard. I'm thinking there's some gangbanging going on over here that I don't know about. I'm not sure. See, I had gotten off the whole Chicano topic, right? I'm not bringing that one up. Again, we talked about Mr. Criminal doing the song Torta, right? Stereotypes, removing that. Remember we were talking about it the last live. Well, it's funny because Lupe Gotti, man, shout out to Lupe Gotti. You already know who it is. Lupe Gotti, right? Neighborhood. Hit that Lupe, neighborhood. Hit 06. But anyways. She commented on that Mr. Criminal post, which I think was posted by the Food Community News. And she put, why is he always meddling in raza business? He's Honduran. He's Hondureño. And again, I'm not sparking up this whole Chicano and this and that. You could be Chicano. There could be Chicanos in Japan and Africa. Okay, it is what it is, right? I guess a lot of people want that openness and no limit to the word and include everyone in the word. And so I guess everyone is, right? There's Chicanos in Germany or Finland and Iceland, okay? But anyway, she said that, and I said, we're going back to the technicality. No, let's not go back there. But again, this is a bad look. This is a really bad look. We're talking about for the people, for the raza? No. That's the opposite right there. That's someone that's going to get kicked out of office pretty soon for more and more incidents that are going to continue to happen. Give me a call if you want to give your opinion. 831-205-1735. I'm not going to stay stuck on this all night. This is also an open-ended invitation over to that other channel, the other individual, if he wants to have a talk about it. But what I'm not going to want to hear, because I'm going to call that shit immaturity. What I'm not going to want to hear is, well, Holmes, all those videos that were dropped and what was said? Yeah, there were videos. This is computer land. Look, computer land. When I close this, I get back to reality. Well, but I get it. Why mentality and everyone around you is the same. That's a goddamn shame. That's a damn shame. I can go on about that. But anyway, let's keep that shit pushing. Rascal Reacts. There will be, that's right. I went 95 and 96. Those are some treacherous years, cabrón. Chingado. Those are treacherous years. So, real quick, I'm going to put this out there. I got a hold of a buddy of mine. Well, actually, he got a hold of me. And so he wants to be coming on the channel. And he took a trip down there to Fred C. Nellis on those couple bus loads of gente from NorCal that were sent on a suicide mission down there. And so I can't wait till he comes on the channel. And it's going to be a fresh, great voice. And, of course, he's my brother from another mother. So he had to come and talk about it. So he's going to talk about it real soon on Chicano Tube. We'll get to that. It's going to be a good one. Tap into that one right there. He'll let us know. The real. All right. Let's go ahead and keep it moving. I wanted to mention this other video that I came across my feed. And this is actually a subscriber of mine. This is actually a follower. And I said, well, let's talk about this right here. Just for a second, okay? Is Nino America. So shout out to Nino America. He's been in my comments section. This came across my feed, and I seen something that actually it was Food Community. Food Community, they have like 5 pages. Food Community News, I think, was the one that posted it. Pinche Nino America. You went viral, cabrón. They made you go viral, vato. And they posted a video where Nino America said in the end, he said, my children are American. Okay, let's get this everything in context. And then if you want to give me a call about it, you can give me a call about it. Let's get this right and get this in context, right? I don't want to misspeak, especially misstate something from one of my subs, all right? One of my day oneers. He said something in the Food Community, again, put that out there. My kids are American. They don't need to speak Spanish. So, I go to this question. Does it matter? And I'm talking to the raza. Of course, here on Chicano Tube. Right here on Chicano Tube. We're talking to the raza out there. Do you need to teach your kids Spanish? or you don't need to teach your kids Spanish. I think I kind of lightweight mentioned this the other day when that fool Spike. Nino America, I just want to say, my boy, I disagree with you. I have to disagree with you on that. Let me go ahead and state why I disagree with you on that, cabrón. Primeramente, soy chicano, so tengo dos patrias. I don't just have one. God's blessed me to have multiple. You know what I mean? I'm a citizen of two countries, if you didn't know. Maybe you just thought I was a citizen. I was born here. So, yes, I was born right here. I was born in the Alisal. Born in the Alisal district, surrounded by fields, murals of Cesar Chavez and the farm workers, murals everywhere, right? I was born here. So, soy chicano. My parents were born in Mexico. I'm a Mexican citizen because I became a Mexican citizen later on down the line. And that was just for property reasons and business reasons over there. But they don't give Mexican citizenship to anyone. It's a process. They verify. You know, they call, like for me, they call mom state Jalisco. They call dad state Michoacan. So I'm a dual citizen, right? My boy Nino, I feel that if I were not to teach my children who are Mexicanos, way. Now, let's just keep it real. Now, again, you got a different perspective. Maybe he'll chime in. Maybe Nino will call right now. Güey, tenemos el nopal en la pinche frente, güey. Tenemos el nopal en la pinche frente. Ay, ya nos miran, güey. That we're of Mexican descent. But me being a Chicano, I can't drop. How can I fold? I feel like I can't just let go of that culture y mi patria mexicana and not teach them Spanish. I feel like my parents might be rolling over in their graves, and maybe their grandparents rolling over in their graves, if I were the one to just let the whole culture go. And part of the culture, it's a big part. It's a huge part. It's actually going to give more opportunities over to your kids. It's going to give them more opportunities in the future so they can level up and advance in life, that they know the Spanish language. Now, I'm not some kind of pinche un vato diciendo que you need to Spanish this or Spanish that. No. También cálmate. You know what I mean? Cálmate con eso, okay? Take a chill pill. But it's not going to be me that lets the Spanish language go and that my kids don't know Spanish. Estados Unidos, you don't think I'm Estados Unidicense, way? I call them Chicanos Unidos. But hey, it is what it is. Estados Unidos, I love it. This is my country right here. I'm proud. Mexican, American. But I can't. All of a sudden, I'm turning my back just on Mexico that flows through my blood to teach my children the language. I might as well just not teach them the culture anymore. And they will never know the generation of grandma's cooking, chanclazos, getting the fucking chancla thrown at you, pops being macho, Mexican, hardworking. What I mean by macho is a man's man. Okay, I mean macho como un pinche mujeriego. You know what I mean? And it's funny, the first time I got married and I didn't know Spanish, slang Spanish, I would have to ask my wife, what are all these? I knew Spanish, that was my first language, but when I got married, I didn't know slang Spanish. You know, oh, le está papachando. Or then I started watching a lot of, I grew up, my mom always watched the novelas all the time. At 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock, she watched those 2-3 novelas all the time, right? But I never knew what le puso los cuernos. Y le está esto. I didn't know that kind of slang Spanish. But anyways, I digressed. No, I can't be that one. So Nino American, no puedo, güey. No puedo. I can't look myself in the mirror and be like, you know what, les voy a quitar identity to my kids, a piece of it. No. By them not having the Spanish language, but to each their own. Si eres Mexicano and you feel it's your prerogative to be right here in the United States and just say, you know what, it's USA, to each his own. That's cool. You know what I mean? As long as you got a good heart, you ain't a POS, you know, and that's good then. Do what you do. But me, I got two patrias. I love them both equally. You're not going to lean me over this way, lean me over that way. Again, this way, The Mexican side of it is all my upbringing, all my childhood. That little girl Yaritza, remember they gave her a pinchy soda with a straw in it, right? And she made a face like this. Remember they got her, right? Making a face like that. Oh, I've been drinking those since the 80s. I've been drinking those in Mexico, walking down those beautiful long cobblestone street roads, walking bulls and vacas, literally like 80 of them, over to like 2 acres that my grandpa had in the back. They had about 3.5 acres total in San Jose de Gracia, Jalisco. And walking bulls. I would never get by those fucking pinche bulls because esos cuernos that they had like this big. I'm cool. I had cousins younger than me, con más huevos. O sea, they would jump in the corral with the bulls, and I'm like, hey, do what you do. You grew up with them. I visit twice a year. That would be me menospreciando that, menospreciando esos recuerdos, menospreciando all of those memories. And then what's even worse is I don't even pass that to my kids. I don't even tell them the stories. You know, I don't tell them the memories. I don't show them the photos. That's even worse. So I can't rock that way. Orale. Denise Castillo, good night, gente queen. Mike, I appreciate you, amiga. G. Sierra says 100% agreement with Crystal. That's right. Gnarly Vato was crazy. Went to YA homeowner. That's right, my boy. That's right, man. If you could do it, anyone can. But what about those YA mentalities? Crazy. I don't know how old you are, cabron, but imagine being in your 40s and doing some kind of immature shit at movie premieres, wanting to throw chingazo, or how about just even instigate things? Like what? You just froggy. You know what I mean? It's just that getting the YA juice. You just got that youngster juice going through you all the time. Well, I'm glad you do. I'm glad you got that energy. But the IQ is low. The pen is mightier than the sword. See, this dude actually, he preaches a good one. He just don't practice it. But the wrong individual to be leading, period. 100% the wrong individual to be leading. And there's many more. This is one scandalo that hasn't really gone out, and it won't go out. I'll tell you why. Because Sonny's a real one. The last thing I think is that there's going to be any statements made about it. It's just making its rounds across Cheesemetube. That's all it's doing. And maybe there could be individuals in the comment section, yeah, fuck that. He deserved that. Yeah, that whoop. It don't matter that wives were there. It don't matter that this is a public event, a public venue. That don't matter. It don't matter that this was an organized event, organized for a promotion of something that was positive. And here we are, wanting to throw chingazos over whatever. This is over videos. This is 100%. This is over videos. I think it is, right? Because obviously there was bad blood riffs. But everything else was circumvented through videos. So I see someone that's doing videos about me somewhere in public. Am I thinking of getting off? Or do I feel like I got something to prove still? YA mentalities. With YA mentalities, they still think they got something to prove. Something to prove. Because it was the proving grounds. I had friends go to the youth authority that came back absolute 180 monsters. They didn't go up fighting or wanting to fight, and they came back like, if they were already alphas, they came back double alpha males. So I understand it's a gladiator school. I understand it's a proving ground. You know, while the rest of the kids got to live normal activities and functions, like go to the prom, take senior pictures, or maybe every year they take pictures, I don't know. Those normal activities, these youngsters are running across dorm rooms with pedazos, either chasing people or being chased. That was their childhood. That's fucked up. It is. Rascal reacts. That's right, man. He's going to shoot a text over there. What time is it? 9 o'clock already? Holy smoke, man. I think we covered everything already. Man, shout out to Tony Vision for reaching 100,000 subscribers. I said that in the beginning. I want to give a shout out now because why? Don't let that go unrecognized. That's a lot of hard work. You see the glory, but you don't know the story. Gente, this is a large production right here. Every time, when this goes live right here, trust me, there's 20, 30 switches that got to get hit for this thing to look halfway decent on how it is right here. I want to give a shout out to him. It's already the 9 o'clock hour. If you guys want to chime in, I'll leave the lines open a couple more minutes. 831-205-1735. I tapped in with Sonny. Maybe he'll tap in this week again. It's Labor Day weekend. Tomorrow we got one more day off. If he taps in next week, maybe we'll have one more conversation. Or maybe it'll just be a pre-recorded one. Maybe I'll do a pre-recorded one. Again, if Sonny's down. We'll do a pre-recorded one, and then we'll upload it on the channel. But this situation is insane. This is crazy. And I could already see this guy, again, something to prove. See, I didn't want to bring this. To me, this is old shit. I had seen these things 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I said, wait a second. I said, if I talked, like that, and did half of the things and came out with half of the people that he's with and in those music video shoots and all that around here in Monterey County, and I wanted to put my face out there to be a public leader, they would blast me on every single newspaper. No joke. They would put me on every single television sitcom and say, this guy's a fraud. He's on the fence. He's still banging. Trust me. That's what they would do. They would blacklist me out here because the gente out here wants you to be straight. Straight. And this is some shit that it just, my. It should have stayed on the internet if that's all it was. It should have stayed on the internet. But that it goes over, this guy made 10 videos about me. And he was very adamant. He was talking about seeing some paperwork. I thought when Sonny put out this shut me down deal, it was too good to be true. I was like, whoa, Sonny is not playing. He said, if you post that paperwork and it doesn't show anything it shouldn't show, I'll close my channel down and sail off into the sunset. And I believe Sonny's a man of his word. He would have did it. I don't think he's on here for views, comments. I don't think he's on here for likes or to make a living or money. Or maybe he is, and I don't know. I don't want to put words in his mouth. But I thought that was a sweet deal. I had to pull out my paperwork, which is, again, this is just the offenses. These are not like the dockets. These are not the minute orders. But if you just want to talk about the paperwork, is right when COVID hit is when I got my real estate license. And so I had to pull it out for that, right? It was 15 bolas, and you get all the arrests and everything like that. I was like, hey, take it. But again, he doesn't have to do anything. He's a grown-ass man, right? Mr. Goy, orale, what's up, Mikey? I send mines to you and everybody on your canal, my brother. You look, that's right. Keep up the good work. Yeah, that's right. That's right, my brother. Orale, Mr. Goyo, I send mines. We're wrapping up already. We're coming up on 9 o'clock. We're already over an hour. Are we? I actually think I started about 15, 20 minutes later. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Gnarly vato, yup, I was in 3. Man, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. As a teenager, that's crazy. That's crazy. But, we're from the generation where it's like, it was like nothing. It's like water off a duck's back. O sea, you tell those stories. My members trip out on the members-only stories. And those don't include nothing like that because I never went up there. But it just includes the craziness of it. Like, whoa, shit, getting up after 3 holes and unconscious and thinking retaliation, crazy stories like that. Again, it was a different time. And to the youngsters, they're always going to say older heads. I'm glad they do. Call us older heads, gente. But you go see me down in the hood. I'm going to be down in the community. I'm going to be helping out. I'm going to be giving resource to the youngsters because ain't no one did that to me. Ain't no one went down there and told me, no, the only game that I got laced up was, hey, you're going to get dealt these cards. These are how you play them. But those weren't all the cards. They lied to me. There was more cards that they didn't show me. The other cards are called choices. The other cards were called life. The other cards were called building your future. The other cards were called success. They didn't tell me about those cards. They just told me how to be the best in this life, period. And it was what it was. That's right. They did it to my homeboy. Oh, that's right. Yes. So you know him? I actually saw him. I saw him at, it was an engagement party not too long ago. Raskizi. I saw him at so he knows my primo that was the RC at the time of Operation Black Widow, and he goes, yeah, he goes, it's unfortunate what happened. O sea, that he took a deal and everything he did on Black Widow, but he had major respect for him. I thought, I was kind of thinking like, oh shit, is he gonna bring something up like on that tip? But he did it, man. Israel's firme gente, real firme. Matter of fact, Israel's brother is my age, class of '99 Cowboys, and is the father of professional boxing champion RV4 in Salinas. RV4, the pro boxing champ, Ruben Villa IV, is Israel's nephew. And his dad, RV4's dad, is a close. We got stories that'll never be on YouTube. The members only, that's where those stories will be on. And then generalities and statute of limitations. But I ran into him, and they struck him out. Raskizi, they just struck him out. Or, no, I'm sorry. He's facing a 3-strike case right now in San Benito. I don't know if you knew that. The post came out on SPD and all that stuff. It came out there that they, 3 cuetes, and they had all kinds of, paños and quill dibujos and everything from the pen, and it looked bad. But yeah, I know him from way back in the 90s. You know what I mean? And he went to the Youth Authority as well. Yeah, shout out to him, man, behind the walls. Oh, yes, you were talking about that. They put him, yes. They put that article out there. And the other guy that was also there, Louis, he had just done like 22. They put him as well out there because, again, it's just, shit happens. Let's just say that. Shit happens. But Monterey County does not play. There was actually an AC posted this. There was someone a parent from Monterey County that recently just won a lawsuit for all that the fucking sex education that they want to give to our 4-year-old children and 5-year-old children, the sex education they want to give to our 6-year-old children. A parent in Monterey County won a lawsuit saying, not with my baby. And AC posted it over there. So shout out to AC for that. AC's watching the live telling me, fuck you, Mike. Or he's probably not even concerned. He's like, no. Well, guess what? It's newsworthy, cabron. And if you want to have an open conversation, let's have it. But if you're going to call me up and just woof and just get mad, you don't know that, and you pull up with 5 and 6 gangsters, everywhere you go, you take 5 or 6 gangsters, they do things differently down there. They do things differently on there, I guess. Always more cars. Yeah, there's always more cars. Nah, he's a good guy. I didn't know that. Oh, yeah, you didn't know that? Yeah, he's facing a 3-strike case right now. I'm in the loop, cabrón. I'm in the loop and stuff like that. And I seen him last October. And then he came out on the PD, the Facebook page and everything. And then, oh, man, there was a chavalito in the car, and it looked bad. It just didn't look good. And then, of course, they always put out the jacket on there. They put the whole jacket on that story, too. On Monterey County, it was in the Monterey County Weekly. If you just look at the Milpa story on Monterey County Weekly, they don't hold back. They put monikers, they put affiliations, they put validations, they put all. Here they don't play. You want to be on the fence about something and run for city politics right here? Oh, your life is scrutinized under a microscope. That movie premiere thing could not have happened without the whole shit hitting the fan and losing your seat. They'll take it from you. They probably just defaulted and give it to the second person that won it or that was running. I didn't know that. Yeah, he did YA time, state time, and Fed time too. Chingo, man. Yeah, man. Shout out to his brother. Man. They got a new gym now on South Main Street, man. Shout out to Team Villa. Yeah, Team Villa. American Cholo also changed his mind on Trump. He hated him before. I don't know, man. I'm for whoever fucking is for the people, man. That's it. If it's a fucking if it's Oscar De La Hoya, boxing promoter, even though it's not perfect, right? Pinche fotos de vieja that came out. Again, whoever, man. It's an entertainer. It's a celebrity. Who the fuck is for the people? That's who I try to sense. Who's for the people? Who's going to help me, help the economy, help the family, help my pocket, help my children have more rights, freedom. I mean, this is what the country's supposed to be about. But if California had their way, they'd be teaching sex education all across the country. Imagine California running the whole country. That's why I'm glad they got articles of state and independent governments. You know, and every single those things are made there for checks and balances. So not one tyrant can just push their agenda across the whole thing. But imagine California pushing. Again, I call it like it's anti-progress. It's anti-progress. They call progress in rewriting shit that has already been established. 2 genders, fuck that, 20 genders. And on and on and on. And some people are just like, we ride with the traditional. Don't try to confuse my kids. Don't put my girl in a bathroom with little boys. That is not happening. And then when I say that, the other person gets mad and says, well, what about the children's rights? Fuck you. That's my child. I guess that shuts that down, right? Anyways, you guys, I'm wrapping it up, man. That's right, exactly, Spider. And living in the hood. That's right, man. Living in the hood. The hood got the best tacos. If you ever see me post anything on YouTube that's really yummy, and the ensaladas and everything, all those antojitos that I post, the more dangerous the neighborhood, the better the Mexican food. I'm not telling you to go down there, but it is what it is, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, man. I appreciate you guys for tapping in. Let me read the last comments. I'm heading out, gente. That's right, Raskeezy, man. Tap in with me. Tap in with me, cabron. That's right, Spider-Man. All right, Rask. I'm glad Cholo woke up about Trump. Trump had minorities flourishing. I mean, if you just think about it like a new jefe, right? Like to me, he was like a new construction jefe, right? This guy comes in and, you know what? I don't want, he says, we're going to do 4-day work weeks. 4-day work weeks, 10 hours. O sea, just bettering the lives of the people. He gives them 3-day weekends every weekend. He gives them bonuses if they get done by a certain time. He's just improving the life of the people. That's how I saw Trump. That's how I saw Uncle Trump. But who the fuck am I? I'm not a politician. I'm just a regular Joe Schmo, still here, still in the community, trying to help people out and just seeing what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And that's it. And you guys can go guerra, red and blue, and bang that if you guys want. Again, I say don't hang off a cliff on just one cat. Because you hang off a cliff on one cat, and 2 years, 4 years down the line, someone revamps it, it does it. It is what it is. Just be for what's right. You know what I mean? That's right. Always, homies, have a good night. That's right, Gnarly Vato. I appreciate you, cabron. We're going to wrap this up. Mike Wallace in the bleacher seats. Good night, homie. Have a blessed Labor Day. You as well. One more day tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to do. Actually, the church, my church, Celebration Church in Salinas, they're going to have like a little picnic at Toro Park. We went over to church this morning, and, it's just, I hadn't been in a while. I got to keep it real. But it's funny when you just pick up where you left off, man. That's how you know it's a vibe. You know what I mean? Celebration Church. And it's right there. It's in the hood. Celebration Church is in the hood, okay? It's on East Market right there on Smart and Final, Mike's Auto Sales, where the Pollo Loco is, right? So Celebration. So I might go over there with the family. But I'll leave it to the beautiful, smoking, sexy, hot wife. You guys, I got to go. Playing Sunday music. No sé, cabrón. Ooh, man, some SOS band would be the spot, man. Let's just play that by ear, ¿qué no? Let's play that by ear, cabrón. Gracias, Spider-Man. Oh, and we're going to be out there, cabrón, in a couple weeks. Spider-Man. I don't know if you want to touch base or if you can touch base. Get at me. Do you have IG? Get at me on IG, cabrón. If not, message me somehow. Message me on ChicanoTubeRaza at gmail.com. Chicano, all one word. No spaces, no symbols. Chicano Tube Raza, all one word, at gmail.com. Shoot me a message with your cell, cabron. We're going to be in the 209 if it's okay with being local, and I think it will be. Tap in for at least maybe 2 hours, 3 hours, cabron. All right, you guys, I'm out. It's a Sunday wrap-up. I'm going to leave this one up. If you're listening on the replay, do the same thing everyone did while they were watching it live. Hit the like, comment below, and subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next episode, but remember what I always say. In the end, all you got is the memories.